Today I'm talking to you about two parenting extremes to avoid when your adopted child is struggling. The reason why I'm talking about this is because when our children are in a crisis or really acting out, our emotions can engage or disengage. And we tend to go to two extremes in behavior. So, in order to be more effective to support our child, we want to be more balanced. We want to be in the middle of those two extremes. So, I'm going to talk to you about those two extremes today, as well as the more balanced approach. So, let's get going on this episode 8. All right, so there are two parenting extremes that we may gravitate toward when our kids are driving us bonkers with an unacceptable behavior or difficult emotion we may not know how to help them with. Now, the first extreme is the live wire parent. You are electric, baby. Your feelings are out and open for all the world to see. And if those around you aren't careful, they will be burned. Now, this live wire parent may look like you getting just as angry as your child and yelling along with them. You may start sobbing because their distress makes you feel like a terrible parent. You may become so anxious or fearful that they're anxious that you even panic. Now, live wire parenting happens to the best of parents, and it's because you care deeply about your child's feelings. But two things are more likely to happen if you're live wire. Number one, your child will become even more upset and you will have less control, and they will have less control of their feelings because of your emotional outpouring. Or two, they will learn to stop sharing their feelings with you because they cause such a big emotional reaction in you. They will shut down and hold the feelings in, which can turn into depression and anxiety. How will you help them manage their emotions if you can't manage your own? I am a recovering live wire. I've gotten much better over the years, but it took some time and it took some practice. Now, the second extreme is the dead bulb. There is no light, no heat, no filament in this extreme. This means that the parent avoids thinking about and dealing with emotions. They would rather use logic and problem solving when their child is in distress, or walk away and let the other parent handle the big feelings. Many really loving parents move over to this extreme because they were never taught how to identify, acknowledge, or discuss emotions. It's easier for them to wriggle away from the discomfort than face their child's big feelings. But two things are likely to happen if you gravitate toward this extreme. Your child will feel disconnected from you. They don't see your emotions, so they may pull away, perhaps thinking you don't care about their feelings. Or they will act out in a big way to try to trigger your emotions. They will do whatever it takes to get some sort of emotion out of you, whether positive or negative. So, what's the happy medium between the live wire and the dead bulb extremes? The ground wire. You are safe to come to with feelings of any size. You show curiosity and genuine concern for your child's feelings while staying grounded and calm. Your child will have no need to pull away from you or become more and more upset because you are grounding them safely. Most importantly, kids absolutely need structure. Now, structure doesn't mean a rigid my way or the highway jail cell, but they do need crystal clear behavior expectations that both you and dad communicate to your child. So that's going to be really important too. And that can help with some outbursts because they know what to expect. They know what the consequences are. And just having that knowledge and not everything being up in the air and you just having like a very reactive response to their behaviors can make a world of difference. So those are the two parenting extremes and the nice balance in the middle. I want to encourage you to check out my website and also to drop your email there because I am developing a course that dives much deeper into these concepts and you actually have some, visual representations to help you learn the material. So my website is www faithful-futures.com. And not only can you, sign up for the email list to be notified about the course, but you can also get my free 7-day video devotional for busy adoptive mamas like you, as well as join my free Facebook group for Christian adoptive mamas. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this podcast. And if you would not mind sparing 30 seconds to give me an Apple Podcast review, I would really, really appreciate it. When you leave a review, that brings exposure to the podcast and helps so many other adoptive mamas get the help that they need for their families. So if you I would again really appreciate it if you would leave me a quick review, taking no more than 30 seconds, to let me know that you enjoy the podcast and that it's helpful. So thanks so much again for tuning in this week. I will see you next week. God bless you for answering the call to adopt. Jesus loves you, and so do I.